Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. As numbers of COVID continue to drop in Berkshire County, many of the local theater companies are beginning to plan their 2022 seasons. On this episode, I will be discussing organizations such as Williamstown Theater Festival, the Wam Theater, Great Barrington Public Theater, and Barrington Stage Company. Plus, I'll be giving updates on Pittsfield's Third Thursday, which will be returning with some changes. Lastly, I'll be talking about a hidden gem movie that I found recently on HBO Max that many people haven't heard of, but I'm glad I discovered it. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question, which has to do with other hidden gem movies. This episode's question is, not counting COVID years, which movie is the lowest grossing film of the 21st century to earn Best Picture at the Academy Awards? Now, for this episode's local headlines. First, an update on COVID rules and regulations in Massachusetts. As COVID numbers continue to decrease, Governor Charlie Baker has announced that the COVID Work Leave Act has ended, and people will no longer get paid time off any differently. Also, masks are no longer required in most indoor facilities. This segment also marks the temporary end of WWHEN giving state updates on COVID, as it, knock on wood, appears to be decreasing. In another sign that COVID may finally be slowing down, Pittsfield's popular Third Thursday will be coming back, although with a new outlook. At a recent Pittsfield Parks Commission meeting, the committee approved a request from the Office of Cultural Development to hold the event. This year, however, it will be held at the Common Park, not North Street, where it had been held every year since 2006. At its peak, up to 5,000 people visited Third Thursday every month, as traffic was closed for food, vendors, activities, and performances. Now, Third Thursday will be a more artisan-focused event, toned down dramatically. At the meeting, Director of Cultural Development Jen Glockner said, quote, "The Common is one of the most amazing gems in Pittsfield, and we've been talking to Park, Open Space, and Natural Resource Manager James McGrath on and off for a few years now, and now it's just time. It's just right off of North Street, and we are still going to encourage people to go to North Street, just like they always would, but afterwards." End quote. The themes have also been announced. In May, the theme will be youth, and it will be sponsored by General Dynamics. June's theme will be celebrating summer. The popular Whiskey Threat Road Band will be performing, and this event will be sponsored by Mountain One Bank. In July, the theme will be Touch a Truck, with an interactive performance hosted by Jacob's Pillow and sponsored by Lenco Armored Vehicles. Finally, in August, cultural organizations will be highlighted under the theme Love Pittsfield, sponsored by Guardian Life Insurance. Pittsfield Third Thursday is currently looking for artists and vendors. If you would like to participate in Third Thursday, you can email SheboyinLeMay at slemay@cityofpittsfield.org for more information. Now, for a story on local artwork. Every year, high school students from around Berkshire County highlight their best artwork that they've been working on at the Massmoca Teen Invitational. This is a collaboration with high school art teachers, principals, and other artists in northern Berkshires, as well as the students. It's also a great chance to see our young artists at work. Shown here is some of the artwork from previous Teen Invitationals. The Teen Invitational will be taking place from April 29th through May 1st. You must RSVP for the event at massmoca.org. Masks are no longer required at this event. It's now time for our Berkshire County theater preview. As COVID restrictions lessen, many of the theater festivals will be going in full force with very busy seasons. Our first stop is in Williamstown for the annual Williamstown Theater Festival. Unlike most of the theater companies that I will be discussing, Williamstown Theater Festival will be having a very shortened season. However, theirs is not actually COVID-related. Last year, the festival faced major difficulties. Former artistic director Mandy Greenfield was forced to resign after grievances of working conditions sparked a walkout during rehearsal. Jenny Gersten, who had previously been an artistic director at the festival, stepped in under an interim position to help the theater get back on its feet. Then, in February, the festival announced plans to improve its human relations. This included cutting back on its yearly shows. As a result of this, there will only be 3 shows this year. The first will be A Man of God. This is a comedic thriller making its world debut and will run from July 5th through the 16th. The next show will be Most Happy in Concert. This will be a reimagining of the Tony Award-winning musical, The Most Happy Fella, with director Daniel Fish taking a new approach to the show. It will run from July 13th through August 7th. The final show will be We Are Continuous. The show was officially commissioned in 2019 and was planned for a debut the next year, 2020, when of course the pandemic forced the cancellation of the show. It will run from August 2nd through August 14th. Seasonal bundled tickets are available now, but single ticket reservations won't be available until April 18th. Visit WTFestival.org to purchase your tickets. COVID restrictions have been dropped and masks will no longer be required. We are continuing our theater preview with the Wam Theater in Lenox. This theater focuses on combining entertaining theater with current events. Kristen Van Zinhoven and Taylor Kingston The artistic directors at Wam Theater recently announced a season centering on different versions of empowerment through 4 groundbreaking theatrical stories, plus a cabaret benefit hosted by Tony Award nominee Jane Atkinson. The show names include staged readings of The New Galileos, Bright Half-Life, and Escaped Alone, plus a main stage production of Cadillac Crew. All of these shows' dates are still to be announced. Tickets will be available starting on May 2nd. Visit www.whamtheater.com for more information. Masks are not required, and COVID restrictions are lessened. Our theater preview continues with the Great Barrington Public Theater. They are expanding their summer season with the new Solo Festival. This is a lineup of 4 premieres. These are all full-length and single-act plays. The plays are Grief, a musical which runs from June 3rd through the 12th. The Shot, running from June 16th through June 19th. Leave Your Fears Here, which will run from June 30th through July 10th. And The Band, The Beat, The Blues, which will be running in rotation from June 8th through July 8th. In a press release, artistic director Jim Frangione stated, quote, "After last season's ringing success, we decided to widen our lens, celebrating the concept of new work. We're very excited about these new works, all of which revolve around themes of humanity that we hope will resonate with audiences as we emerge from months of isolation," end quote. The Solo Festival plans to run from June 3rd to July 10th. Tickets are on sale now, both for individual shows and season ticket holders. Visit www.greatbarringtonpublictheater.com for more information. Concluding our stage preview is Barrington Stage Company. This is a very important year for the organization, as artistic director Julianne Boyd will be retiring at the end of the season. The season will have a combination of world premiere plays, classical musicals, and a well-known absurdist play. The season will start on June 2nd, later than normal, because of fears of the Omicron variant earlier in the year. Kicking off the season at the Boyd Quinson stage is the musical Ain't Misbehavin', the Fats Walker musical show, which will run from June 16th through July 19th. Boyd will then direct a production of the late Stephen Sondheim's A Little Night Music from August 6th through the 28th. The last play at this stage will be a world premiere of the play All of Me, which will run from September 21st through October 9th. Over at the St. Germain stage, the play Andy Warhol in Iran will be performed after a successful staged reading last season, even with the pandemic. It will run from June 2nd through the 25th. Next will be ABCD, a world premiere play discussing inequities in public school systems. It will air from July 1st through the 23rd. The next show will add local flair. The Super Duper Kid is about an African-American teenager who develops superhuman powers. It is based off of local Pittsfield author Ty Allen Jackson's novel and will run from July 28th through August 13th. Finally, the St. Germain stage will close its season with the production of the iconic Samuel Beckett play Waiting for Godot. This play will run from August 19th through September 4th. Tickets for all of Barrington Stage Company's plays are on sale now. Visit barringtonstageco.org to purchase your tickets. Masks are not required for any of the shows if you have been vaccinated. Although Barrington Stage Company is recommending masks, regardless of vaccination status. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. Normally on the show, I talk about big budget, big studio movies such as Mad Max Fury Road, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Oscar-winning and nominated movies including Get Out, and most recently, King Richard. They were all great, but movies aren't just about the big, flashy releases. Sometimes, if you look elsewhere, you can find a hidden gem. I caught a movie on HBO Max on demand recently that I thought was fascinating. 222. The film's plot tells the story of air traffic controller Dylan Branson, who manages to save the life of a woman, Sarah, on one of his flights because he has a strange vision he has at the time of 222, hence the movie's name. The two meet up on a date, but they don't know the connections until a random conversation in the date. Dylan then starts to have these visions more severely. They only happen at certain times of the day, and it culminates in a dramatic event at exactly 2:22 p.m. What are these visions telling him? And can he prevent hurting the ones he loves? This movie only made $3.9 million worldwide and was released directly on demand in the United States. It got decent to mediocre reviews and was quickly forgotten about. In fact, I had never even heard of this movie an hour prior to actually watching the movie. When I saw the movie, however, I was completely fascinated with what I saw. 222 requires a lot of patience, but it is rewarding. The movie throws the visions at you all of a sudden, and you're confused at first. When the movie builds, the visions eventually start to make sense. You become intrigued about the character's life and what the visions mean. 222 also has themes of death, reincarnation, and coincidences. However, the movie is very gentle. It's good for a science fiction fan who likes a more follow-the-dots plot story. Also, the romance between Dylan and the woman he saved, Sarah, is very sweet. Sarah knows Dylan has a problem, but worries that his obsession is harming their relationship. The two lead actors, Michael Huisman as Dylan and Teresa Palmer as Sarah, are extremely believable and touching in their performances. As I stated earlier, 222 is available on HBO Max, either streaming or on TV. You can also rent it through the CW Mars Library program. Even though Pittsfield does not actually have this DVD, you can rent it through the other libraries. Visit the website shown here to do so. It's now time for the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, not counting COVID years, which movie is the lowest grossing film of the 21st century to earn Best Picture at the Academy Awards? The answer is The Hurt Locker. The film, which was released in 2009, tells the story of 3 U.S. soldiers who are stationed in Iraq and the struggles that they go through. This movie only earned $14.2 million at the box office in the United States, because when it was first released, movies that dealt with war did not do well at the United States box office. It wasn't until American Sniper was released in 2014 that audiences warmed up to war movies. It did slightly better overseas. However, the critics adored this movie. It came out of left field to win Best Picture. Some more interesting trivia. One of Hurt Locker's biggest competitors for Best Picture was Avatar, which is the highest grossing movie of all time. Catherine Bigelow, who directed Hurt Locker, won Best Director at the Oscars, becoming the first woman ever to do so. One of the directors that she beat out? Avatar's James Cameron, who just so happens to be her ex-husband. It just goes to show that hidden gems are everywhere in Hollywood. That ends this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHEN episode again, you can visit Pittsfield TV's and CTSB TV's websites shown here, or visit NBCTC's Facebook page. Also, if you would like to see the episodes in HD quality, make sure to check out my YouTube page at RT Wehry. Thank you.